Hello everyone, welcome to another repair cafe attempt. Today we're gonna take a look at this thing. It's a wall heater, an electric wall heater, and it's made by HJM, and it worked like 1 year or one season, and then the LCD display stopped working. It has this little control thingy, and it just suddenly stopped working, and it wouldn't turn on as well. You need to press one of these to power on, and then you can program it and just either increase the temperature, decrease the temperature, or go into program mode and do some fancy stuff that we never really used. Anyways, it stopped working at some point, so I decided to open it up and see if it's salvageable or not. I'm going to show you the insides of it. So for reference, this is the name of the thing. HJM PE 500, made in Spain. If it would zoom on the thing that it's supposed to zoom. Well, whatever, you could read it despite not being zoomed in. So it has a few different pieces. It has the electric thermal things here underneath. Have a couple of wires that come out. Actually, I think I can manage to show those. Yeah, you can see the beginning of those there, and the rest seems pretty straightforward. It's just one large PCB. Trying to line up. This side it looks like this. So the power comes in through this side. Power comes in from these two wires. It connects to this thing, which I think is a thermal switch. If it reaches a certain temperature, which I guess here it says ATC, so I guess it's if it reaches 80 Celsius degrees, it might just be reference number, I don't know. It probably shuts off or something like that, and connects into these two, goes into the PCB itself, and there's a big dissipator. There's a big dissipator here, so I guess whatever is down here will actually emit a few heat, and this is required to dissipate it. There's this wire that connects to, that says sensor here, and connects to this thingy that looks like this on this side. So I guess it's used to measure the outside temperature and regulate it based on that. And yeah, so a few components here, some stuff, not sure what these are exactly. And then there's a chip on this side, and the chip has some connectors over here, and these are the parts that connect to the LCD display, the one that is currently not working. So when I opened it up, I noticed that it's broken here on some parts, and these parts being broken, those supposed to be fitted like this, and then glued into the or snapped into the thing. You can see here some holes, like here is one and the other one is here, and this plastic thing was supposed to snap here into place and hold it, and I guess it got banged up so much that it stopped holding, and these started to shake like this whenever you move the thing, and eventually it broke the connection on this part here on this side. There were two wires here, which they're a little bent now. I'll try to put them back up so you can see them a bit better. You can see them a bit better now. Yeah, so these two wires supposedly connect inside the LCD in some weird way through this side, I guess. So I guess these breaking was what made the thing stop working. So yeah, and if you're wondering how this LCD works, you have this top strip here, and this top strip connects to these things here. So I'm guessing these two wires are like power and ground, and the other ones are the switches for matrix or whatever it's called, that it multiplexes the inputs and outputs so that you have the different kind of crystals lighting up the correct way. And probably down here is the chip that controls it all, because you can see some connections directly from this chip to this thing. Here are the sensors to turn it on and up and down and all that stuff. What I would like to figure out is how to bypass this entire sensor part on this and just tell it to connect at a certain temperature. So I'm not quite sure how I can do that safely. Well, I'm not quite sure how to do that at all, but to do it safely is another step. I just realized that I broke these two things. Well, they weren't working anyways. Okay, I see one of them here. So yeah, I guess I can also test some continuity on some parts and see if I can figure out the best way to connect them, or get another one of these. I'm not sure how to connect these back into this thing. I'm thinking maybe this part in particular of the LCD already comes with the two wires that were protruding from here that I just broke off when I was showing this to you guys. So I guess if I get another of these pieces, I could try to replace it. But then the plastic thing would still be broken, which would still not latch onto this, so I would still have to do some figuring out on how to put this all back together. So this is worth $100 or 100 euros in at the local Leroy. So it's probably not worth the bother of all the repair. It's easy to just buy another one. This one's probably just going to the trash. Because it wasn't that good to begin with, but I was thinking maybe I could recycle it to use it as a leg warmer of some sort. So I'm gonna look into that, see if I can figure out a way to control it either with an Arduino or some basic connector. I mean, if I could limit the power on it to always be somehow low, that would be fine. No risk of burning down the house, and it would still do its job. So I just have to figure out a way to bypass on this thing in a safe way. Unfortunately, I have no clue of the reference for this. So yeah, I guess I need electrical engineer friend to try and help me figure this out. So yeah, if anyone of you wants to give me some pro tips on how I could bypass this, by all means, let me know. Otherwise, hope you enjoyed this video. See you in the insides of my broken wall heater, and see you next time. Bye bye everyone. Take care.